Hi, so winter is almost upon us. Yes, CAT 2022 is just round the corner. Keeping this in mind, we know each and every one of you is really excited but is also looking for the last final push and the fillip that is going to add those extra 5, 10, 15 percentile to your final CAT score. Well, because of this, BYJU'S Exam Prep brings to you the last lap to CAT 2022 starting on the 17th of October all the way till the 20th of November. Yes, 4.5 intensive, in fact almost 5 intensive weeks of preparation. What more, the focus is predominantly going to be CAT, which means, as we know, time, speed, distance and time and work in totality have almost equal weightage or sometimes even more weightage than geometry. So can we go ahead and leave geometry and just focus on these two? Can we go ahead and leave entire theta para jumbles and still score a 99.99 percentile in verbal? Yes, we can. This and much more in terms of preparation, in terms of intensive questions that we're going to look at and the smartest way of going ahead and solving that. So catch us on the BYJU'S Exam Prep app, and in case you missed that, on YouTube. But go ahead, download the BYJU'S Exam Prep app and also get a 99 percentilers kit which is going to help you ace CAT 2022. See you soon. Hi, hello everyone. I can see a lot of hellos already. Music Core is saying, watching your session after a long time. Hi Priyanshi, hi Abhishek, hi Varun, hi Pragya. Hello Divya, Sachin, Gyaneshwari, Harika, Jaydev, Harsha, Anjali, Kumar. Okay, lovely. Great to see so many of you all here. Jaydev, Karthik, Vasundhara. Okay, hi guys. Yes, it's been some time since I've taken a session. But yeah, better late than never, right? So I'm here. The session's name, slightly quirky, smart QA techniques to gain marks. Now, obviously, even if there were no smart techniques, you would still be gaining marks. So let's call it smart QA techniques to gain additional marks. So the objective of this session is very simple. क्या इस session के बाद, is it possible that post this session, one, you're not worried, you're calm, you're composed, you're like, ठीक है, CAT is not too difficult, I think it's doable. Second, do you realize that through the quirky methods and through the options and through substitution and through simple stuff that you did in classes 6, 7 and 8, you can actually go ahead and score an additional 10-15 marks with, depending upon the segment you're in. If you're say in the 60-70 mark segment, 10-15 marks could mean jumping from a 90 percentile to a 96-97 percentile. If you're in the 90s mark ke aspas 85-90, it could mean jumping from a 98 to a 99.5 percentile and so on and so forth. Okay, so that's predominantly what it is that we're going to go ahead and do. Objective is, and Varun is actually stating this, you always explain in easier way, it's like a puzzle. वही objective है. Objective is, can it turn out to be a simple puzzle? Basically, can we understand the distinction between mathematics and quant and understand that options are there for us to play with? Okay, that's the funda, as simple as that. Okay, so let's see. I'm seeing a couple of questions coming here. Sir, I find some of algebra questions very scary when it comes to solving by myself. Want a trick? Because I know you always give a wonderful trick. Varun, we'll cover that. We have a lot of algebra coming up in today's session, so don't worry about it. PNC में बहुत problem होता है. Lovely, PNC छोड़ दो. CAT perspective से PNC is not important. At max one question will come. You really don't need to worry about it. I think that's the simplest solution कि आप छोड़ ही सकते हो, ठीक है? But yeah, don't worry too much about all of that. We'll get into that and much more. Let's officially go ahead and kickstart today's session. The first thing that I want you all to keep in mind is, the number of questions or the paper pattern and so on and so forth. You all are aware of, I can't see those questions. Can you see my screen, Shivam? So there aren't any questions right now on the screen. That is a simple graph. I'll get to the questions in a few seconds. Okay, so this is predominantly something that all of you all are aware of. Okay? You know that an 80 percentile in quant over the last 2 years, where has it been? Surprisingly, shockingly, I don't know what it is you want to state, only 12 marks. यार 4 क्वेश्चन कर लेते लास्ट ईयर के कैट पेपर में 80 परसेंटाइल आ गया था. लास्ट ईयर 5 क्वेश्चन कर लेते 80 आ गया था. So first things guys, I want each of you all to keep in mind, 4 to 5 questions in CAT is an 80 percentile over the last 2 years. This year will be no different. If you just attempt about 5-6 questions, get them correctly, your sectional cutoff for quant is done. Please keep that in mind. Okay? Hopefully this session itself will help you clear 3 to 4 questions at least. 80 percentile इस session से आ जाएगा. 80 percentile इस session से आ जाना चाहिए if you hear attentively. Okay? Next, you'll start seeing the jump. 80 to 90, not too big a jump, just about 5-6 marks. 90 to 95, suddenly 7 marks, then 11 marks, and so on and so forth. So multiple jumps, okay? You will see the jump suddenly start increasing, okay? So please keep that in mind, okay? Next thing to keep in mind is, what is my take on the QA section? First and foremost, expected this year 22 to 24 questions will be in QA. I do not expect the pattern to change a lot. 66 questions is what you saw last year. This year at max 66 का 68 70 हो जाएगा, ज़्यादा फर्क नहीं होगा. So don't worry too much, okay? I do not expect a lot. I do not expect a lot to change. That's the second thing I want you all to keep in mind. Point number 1 I wanted to keep in mind. 4 to 5 questions में 80 हो जाता है. 40 minutes. 4 to 5 questions. Basically per question, even if you end up putting about 7-8 minutes, tension nahi hai, just get it correct. You'll get your 80 percentile sectional done. Okay, so don't worry about that. Also keep in mind 80 80 80 तीनों section में अगर आया 80 80 80, you are actually knocking on the door of an 85 87 percentile overall. You get 80 85 85, you are knocking on the door of a 90 percentile overall. So keep that in mind as well. ठीक है, तो 80 80 80 पे पहले focus रखो. Okay, number two, the second thing that I spoke about is paper pattern. I do not expect it to change a lot. Same 22 to 24 questions. Okay. Within that, look at arithmetic plus algebra. Something we've stated multiple number of times. Arithmetic plus algebra will be about 65-70% of the paper. And in today's session, I'm going to solve a lot of questions in arithmetic and algebra using simple wacky methods, simple methodology to go ahead and solve it. Also, towards the end, I have a surprise for you. For all the people who are stating geometry difficult लगता है, I have a surprise. We have 3 to 4 questions in store, and I will show geometry में shortcut कैसे लगता है, geometry में smart methods कैसे लगते हैं, ठीक है? So we also have that in store. Second thing, 55% of the total sectional marks is what you need for a 99 percentile, which means if 65-70% of the paper is through arithmetic and algebra, basically you don't need to worry too much, right? Only 55% of the total marks needed and you'll get there. Okay. Hi Saurav, hello. Okay. Next, some quant mantras that I want you all to keep in mind. Okay, a couple of things that I want you all to keep in mind. Number 1, you can cross 95 percentile even if you're not comfortable with geometry and numbers. So if you're worried about geometry numbers, कोई tension नहीं है. Arithmetic algebra पे focus रखना चाहिए, and that's predominantly what we'll focus on in today's session, how to get marks there. Second, concept based rather than formula based. So please don't sit down and start thinking बहुत सारे formula I need to go ahead and remember. There's too much that I need to mug up. No, nothing doing. Basic formula, if you know, it's okay. You can just go ahead and revise. That's about it. Nothing more than that. Okay. Ensure your concepts are in place. I hope you've watched a lot of the videos that we've uploaded onto the app. I have gone ahead and recorded almost the entire Quant along with Srinivas. Please ensure you've gone through that. They are conceptual videos. They'll help you. Okay. सर लास्ट टाइम अलजेब्रा टफ था, स्मार्ट मेथड अप्लाई नहीं कर पा रहा था. ऐसा होना नहीं चाहिए सुमंत. जनरली यू शुड बी एबल टू अप्लाई. आई एक्चुअली हैव ऑल द क्वांट क्वेश्चंस which have come previously in CAT itself, and that is something that we're going to have a look at, ठीक है, today. Okay, next, focus on questions that are from your areas of strength. As always, nothing new, no rocket science that I'm talking about. Kumar is saying, sir, I'm preparing for 23. Can I watch this video? Kumar, you can watch this video, but there's not a lot of takeaway. For you, I would state, first look at ensuring that your basics are in place. You understand how to go about it from a conventional method. Then look at these smart techniques. Okay? Yes, this is MBA class. Absolutely. Not CET specifically, more oriented to CAT. Enough nonsense, enough that I've gone ahead and spoken about. Let's officially go ahead and kickstart with questions. Is everybody ready? Should we start off with the questions? I want to hear a few yeses. Should we start off? I've got about 15 questions here in store, and they are all going to have wacky solutions. Okay, so that's predominantly what we're going to do. I want to hear yeses. Should we start? Yes, no? Okay, Karthik is saying yes. What about the others? Vivek, okay. I want to hear a few more yeses, guys. Come on. What are you all doing? Kamal, okay. Lovely. Officially, let's go ahead and kickstart the session. Let's go ahead and have a look at some of the quant questions. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you all a few minutes. Okay, I'm going to give you a couple of minutes to go ahead and try it on your own. After that, I'm going to come in to go ahead and solve. Okay, so the first question is on the screen. Find the maximum value of mod of 30 plus 9x minus 3x square, where minus 1 is less than equal to x is less than 4. CAT question, over to you. I'm going to give you a minute for this. Okay, I'm going to give you a minute. So I've gotten a lot of yeses. Tech Byte, Suman, Job, Harika, Rishikesh, Dhyanesh, Amrit, Job Bazaar, Guru Prasad, Sujay, Bhardwaj, Apurva, lovely. Great to see the involvement, Harsha, Kamal. Now come on, this question, guys. I want to hear how you would go ahead and solve this. Ideally, this question, not more than 20 to 30 seconds, 1 minute given to you. I have my timer here with me, 1 minute given to you. Give it a go. Okay, one answer has already come. One answer has already come. Okay, two answers have already come now. So yeah. Three answers now. Good speed. Answers have started. Speed is good. Okay, 20 seconds more. 20 seconds more. Hey Jagannath. Asha's come with an answer as well. 10 seconds. Okay, I'm picking it up. I'm picking it up. I have a slightly sad news to share with all of you. Nobody's gotten this question correct. Nobody's gotten this question correct. Now, that is a good news. Sad news from the perspective you are already हुआ नहीं conventional methods. A good news. Not only will you get this question correct now after I tell you how to go about it, you'll also understand how to solve it in 30 seconds. I have a very simple mantra in algebra. ठीक है? Algebra में think of algebra like arithmetic. Think of algebra like arithmetic. Always start with 0, then look at 1, then look at -1, then 2, then -2 and so on and so forth. Substitution के साथ. ठीक है? 0, 1, -1, 2, -2. That's how you go ahead and substitute. ठीक है? Now look at this range. It is from -1 less than equal to x less than 4. Which is the most beautiful number in this range? From -1 to 4. Most beautiful number. Beautiful number means the easiest number to go ahead and utilize. If I were to ask you from -1 to 4, the most beautiful number in this range will be what? Waiting to hear from you. -1 less than equal to x less than 4. Most beautiful 0. Absolutely right, Amrit. 0, right? Kamal, absolutely 0. Let's put x equals 0. Let's go ahead and put x equals 0. जैसे x equals 0 डालते आएंगे 30 plus 0 minus 0 मतलब 30. So मतलब at x equal to 0, the value of this expression is guaranteed 30. So the actual answer, maximum answer, या तो 30 होगा या 30 से ज्यादा. Am I correct? Either the answer will be 30 or greater than 30. Yes or no? Either the answer will be 30 or greater than 30. That means 18 is out, 93 by 4 is out. Two options done. Two options done and dusted. Clear? Am I clear till here, guys? Easy? Yahan tak easy? Which is the next beautiful option? Which is the next beautiful option after 0? -1 to 4. What should be the next beautiful value that I should substitute? Absolutely right. It will be 1. The next beautiful value has to be 1. 0 ke baad 1. Put x equals 1. What do you get? 30 plus 9 minus 3, which is 36. 30 plus 9 minus 3, which is 36. So the answer has to be greater than equal to 36 now. Yes or no? The answer has to be greater than equal to 36 now. मतलब ऑप्शन सी भी क्या, एक ही ऑप्शन बचा है, बी काम खत्म यार. Who cares x की कौन सी वैल्यू डाल के वो आंसर आएगा? आंसर इज बी. ऑल अदर ऑप्शंस एलिमिनेटेड. क्लियर? Clear? Understood? Even though I'm not substituting options, because a range was given, I can substitute values of x. Clear? Easy? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Simple stuff. Let's move to the next one. अच्छा लगा? Easy, right? And it's a CAT question. I hope everybody's understood how to go about it. Range given in algebra, substitute. Or kuch nahi, just substitute. Easy, right? Let's move to the next one. Okay, 147 by 4, great. It's validation. This green gives a lot of validation ki right mila. Let's look at the second question. Okay, this question you might actually have seen. Okay, I kind of use this question as an example in a lot of places. So if you've met me before, you've seen me somewhere, you probably have seen this question. But I really like this question, so I always bring it. Okay. So can we differentiate and try? प्रणव श्योरली मॉड को डिफरेंशिएट करोगे तो काफ़ी मेहनत लगती है, x by mod x होता है, काम थोड़ा ज़्यादा होता है. सो माई जनरल सजेशन टू यू, आई नो you know it's always in our blood, we are math honors, we are engineering students, how can we not use differentiation and integration and everything that we've learned under the sun? Not needed really. You can differentiate and do it. It'll just take more time than what we just did, right? Nothing else. If it's a simple equation, like say x square plus 2x minus 3 differentiate karo, yes, then it's easy, right? But mod ke sath, not too easy. Okay, try out the second question. Waiting to hear answers. Again, I'll give you a minute. Waiting to hear answers. Oh, okay. Answers have started coming in. So those who are giving answers, can you also give the method? Because you all are absolutely right. You might have actually seen me solve this question before, right? So you might know how to go about it. Method bhi bata do. I see quite a few of you all giving the answer. 10 seconds more. 10 seconds more. Thanks for that, Ankit. Hopefully it's helping. Okay, Kavya's gotten it. Very good, Jaydev. Shweta, Priyanshi, Shivam, Musico, Varun. Yes, everybody's gotten it. Lovely. Most of you all have gotten this answer. Most of you all have gotten it, and I like the fact that the concept is clear. Hit and trial ki zarurat nahi. You can be even simpler. It is even simpler. Let's look at this. AB into CD is 1073. BA into CD is 2117. Find the value of AB plus CD given AB, BA and CD are all 2-digit positive numbers. Tell me one thing. 1073 and 2117, they are odd or even? 1073 and 2117, they are odd or even? Absolutely right, they are odd. Odd numbers, absolutely right. Now I am telling you that the product of two numbers is odd. The product of two numbers is odd. So what will you state about the two odd numbers? What will you state about the two numbers? Can you multiply one even number with an odd number and get an odd answer? Can you multiply even with even and get an odd answer? No. If two numbers on multiplication give you odd, both numbers are odd, right? That means AB equals CD equals odd. AB and CD are odd. When I say equal, I don't mean the value is equal. I mean AB and CD both are odd. If AB and CD both are odd and the question is find AB plus CD, the answer will be odd plus odd, which means it has to be even. Options में देखो एक ही even है, which is A. That's the answer. You are done. ठीक है? Easy, right? Simple. Easy. Easy, nothing much to, no rocket science. Many of you all got it right. This concept is very important. ठीक है? ये concept कई बार use होता है. That's why I always like to include it in a session which I take. Even if you've seen it earlier, it's an important concept to keep in mind. Odd and even always helps in CAT. ठीक है? Let's look at the next question. I hope it's clear to everybody. Guys, understood odd even? Simple stuff. Right? Let's move to the next question. 62 is even to. Very good. So if 62 is even, tell me why 62 will not be possible. Lovely, lovely. Clear, clear. You're absolutely right. 62 is given. My bad. 62 is given. I didn't realize that there were two even. Not a problem. 62 is given. Can you tell me why 62 will not be the answer? Yeah, Shivam, everybody. I had missed 62. Lovely. In fact, this is the better question then. Can you tell me why 62 will not be the answer then? You have 66 and you have 62. Answer has to be even, you're right. So it can't be 65 and it can't be 63. 62 and 66 में क्या करोगे? Can you tell me? 62 and 66 में क्या करोगे? I want to hear from a couple of y'all. Those who answered 66, 66, 66. सब लोग कि क्या होगा? Just want to hear. Yeah, Girneshwari, absolutely right. All of y'all who said that D62 even is there, I had missed it. Just saw. 62 is also there as even. So there are two evens. Can you tell me why it will be 66 and not 62? I will repeat again, Girish, till the place I've done. Rest I'm waiting to hear from you all. I'm saying the number is 1073 and 2117, both are odd. 1073 and 2117, both are odd, right? 1073, 2117, both are odd, absolutely right. Product of two numbers is odd, both numbers have to be odd. Clear? So AB is odd, CD is odd plus odd has to be even. Clear? Absolutely right. Now, very good. Now I'm hearing from you all. Lovely. Since both numbers are odd, let's see what are the odd digits. 1, 3, 5, 7 and 9, correct? 1, 3, 5, 7 and 9, right? Now AB into CD ends in a 3. AB into CD ends in a 3. AB into CD ends in a 3. What are the possibilities? 1 into 3. 1 into 5 नहीं हो सकता, 1 into 7, 1 into 9 नहीं हो सकता, 3 into 5 नहीं, 3 into 7 नहीं, 3 into 9 नहीं, 5 into 7 नहीं, 5 into 9 नहीं, 7 into 9. These are the only two options, yes or no? These are the only two options, yes or no? Clear? Yes, no, guys? Am I clear till here? We know that both numbers are odd. That means B and D have to be 1, 3, 5, 7 or 9. Clear? 1, 3, 5, 7 or 9. The only possibilities where B into D ends with a 3 is either 1 into 3 or 7 into 9. Now in both of these cases, if it is 1 into 3, then when you add it, last digit will be 4. If it is 7 into 9, when you add it, last digit will be 6. Hence the answer option A. Clear? I jumped the gun. I just assumed एक ही इवन नंबर था, so I thought oh बहुत अच्छा लगेगा, वाह मजा आएगा. मैंने खुद को ही कंफ्यूज कर दिया, दो इवन नंबर है, ठीक है, दो इवन नंबर है, वन एक्स्ट्रा स्टेप. क्लियर? इजी? अंडरस्टूड? Cool? Hey, this is not Saral sir. Saral sir is helping you all. Hey, cheating नहीं होना चाहिए. Who is helping? Where is Saral sir helping you all? Has he also joined in? Ah, lovely. Saral sir has come in. No cheating, okay? No cheating. Okay, cool. Let's move to the next question. Let's move to the next question. I hope that's the actual Saral sir and not somebody who's just used that handle and come in, okay? Cool. Let's move to the third one. Try out this one. Try out this one. A sum of 36 lakhs is invested at a certain rate of interest and when compounded annually becomes 3.24 crore in 12 years. Find the value of an amount invested at the same rate of interest which when compounded annually becomes 16.2 crore in 18 years. Okay? I'm giving you all a minute as always. 1 minute. This is the CAT 2016 slot 2 question. CAT 2016 slot 2 question. साहिल इज सेइंग प्राइम फैक्टराइजेशन वुडंट बी इजी. यार 1073 के प्राइम फैक्टराइजेशन में जाऊंगा थोड़ा टाइम लग जाएगा, राइट? 3 भी नहीं जाता, देन गो यू विल ट्राई 7, यू विल से 7 भी नहीं जाता, देन यू विल गो यू विल ट्राई 11, देन यू विल से 11 भी नहीं जाता, देन यू विल ट्राई 13. So it will take some time. 1073. For all I know, 1073 might even be prime. I'll not even sit down and check right now. Ideally, it should not be because A, B, and C, D है. So you can do it, but 1073 prime factorization will just take a little bit of time. So method, obviously, Sahil, there'll be many. Just that this will be slightly simpler. Nothing else. Two options तो immediately eliminate हो गए, right? Odd वाले फंडे के साथ. Okay. 30 seconds more. Okay. Answer has started. Shivam has answered. What about the others? Okay. Getting a few answers now. Good, good, good. Good. Okay. 10 seconds. Last 10 seconds, guys. Last 10 seconds. Okay. Let's pick it up. Let's pick it up. What does it state? A sum of 36 lakh is invested at a certain rate of interest and when compounded annually becomes 3.24 crore in 12 years. If I just look at this first line, we know what compound interest is and how it is calculated and stuff like that, right? Now they are telling is amount is 3.24 crore. Sum invested, that means principal is 36 lakh. So we know P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power of N is amount, right? P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power of N is amount. So amount क्या है 3.24 is equal to P. P is principal, 36 lakh, I can say 0.36 into 1 plus R by 100 whole to the power of N. We are talking about 12 years. From here I can say From here I can say 1 plus r by 100 to the power of 12 is 3.24 divided by 0.36, which is 9. Are we clear till here, everybody? Are we clear till here? 1 plus r by 100 to the power of 12 is 9. Clear? Okay? Now the question is, find the value of an amount invested at the same rate of interest, okay, which when compounded annually becomes 16.2 crores in 18 years. Okay? Now, once again, go by the same funda. What does our basics tell us? अब मेरे को amount चाहिए invested. That means अब मेरे को principal चाहिए. That means P into, again, 1 plus R by 100. This time to the power of 18 should be equal to 16.2. This is what the question tells me. P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power of 18 should be 16.2. 1 plus R by 100 to the power of 12, 9 hai. 1 plus R by 100 to the power of 12, 9 hai. If I want to convert to the power of 12 to the power of 18, what do I do? Simple indices. If I want to convert, say I tell you I have a squared, I want to get a cube. So क्या कर दोगे? A squared whole to the power of 3 by 2. Yes or no? Basic indices. Correct? In the same way here, I will turn around and state 1 plus r by 100 to the power of 12 whole to the power of 3 by 2 is equal to 9 to the power of 3 by 2. Clear? ठीक है? Clear? Easy? Right? Clear, everybody? As simple as that. 3 by 2 we know. Clear? Now 9 to the power of 3 by 2 क्या होगा? 9 to the power of 3 by 2. 9 is 3 squared. 3 squared to the power of 3 by 2. 3 squared to the power of 3 by 2, which is 3 cube, which is 27. That means this 1 plus r by 100 to the power of 18 is 27. So P into 27 is 16.2. But this 27 is 0.27. Please keep that in mind. हम lakhs की बात कर रहे थे. याद है? Lakhs की बात हो रही थी. Okay? So P into 0.27. Okay? As simple as that. Clear? Easy? Cool? So basically P is equal to 16.2 by 0.27, which is equal to 60, which is option C. Clear? Easy, guys? Simple? Or in other ways you can turn around and say 16.2 by 27, जो आपको देगा 0.6. 0.6 is nothing but 60 lakhs. Clear? Am I clear, guys? Simple? Now there was another way of doing this. Waiting to hear a few responses. There was another way of doing this. Once again looking at options. Okay? How could I have done this looking at options? Now look. 36 lakhs. 36. So Shweta is saying can't understand. Shweta मैं फिर से करता हूँ. आपको यहां तक समझ आया था श्वेता? That 1 plus r by 100 to the power of 18 will be equal to 3 cube, which is 27. Did you understand till here, Shweta? Did you understand till here? Yes, no? If you tell me whether you understood till here, then I can take it forward. Basically, I said 3.24 is equal to 0.36 into 1 plus r by 100 to the power of 12. उससे मैंने 1 plus r by 100 to the power of 12 की वैल्यू निकाल ली. एक बार 1 plus r by, now think of this 1 plus r by 100 as a value, say p. So मेरे को p to the power of 12 की वैल्यू आ गई. ठीक है श्वेता, मैं उसी पे आता हूं. ठीक है, 3.24 is 0.36 into 1 plus r by 100 to the power of 12. यहां तक समझ आ गया? So from here you can say 1 plus r by 100 to the power of 12 is 9. यहां तक we are clear, right? सोचो ये 1 plus r by 100 is some number p. So you have gotten p to the power of 12 is 9. मेरे को अब p to the power of 18 चाहिए, तो मैं क्या करूंगा? मैं बोलूंगा both sides को to the power of 3 by 2 कर दो. एक बार both sides to the power of 3 by 2 हो गया, right hand side क्या है? 9 can be written as 3 squared. So it becomes 3 squared to the power of 3 by 2, which is 3 cube, which is 27. Clear? So 1 plus r by 100 to the power of 18 becomes 27. Now did you understand? Is that clear, Shweta? Clear? I hope it's clear. Now, a smarter way in which you could have solved it is, यार समझो यही 36 lakhs को यही 36 lakhs को मैंने 18 years इन्वेस्ट किया होता. You have gotten 0.36 into 1 plus r by 100 to the power of 12 is 3.24. यही सेम चीज अगर आपने किया होता 0.36 into 1 plus r by 100 to the power of 18. You know 1 plus r by 100 to the power of 18 is 27. So 0.36 into 27 करते उसकी वैल्यू लेस देन 16.2 आती. 0.36 into 27, the value will be less than 16.2. So you know the answer has to be greater than 36. So 20 and 30 is out of the picture. You are left with 60 and 90. Substitute the value 60 and get the answer. That's the second way of solving. Is that clear? Is that clear, guys? That's the second way of solving. Am I clear? With what was given, find the value 0.36 into 1 plus r by 100 to the power of 18. You will realize that the final answer here is less than 16.2. Hence, you know that the initial sum invested had to be greater than 36 lakh. Option A and B out. Now just substitute any of option C and D. अगर C substitute किया satisfy कर दिया वो आंसर है, नहीं satisfy किया तो D आंसर है. Clear? That's a simpler way as well. That's the second method of solving. ठीक है? This was conventional, that was unconventional. ठीक है? Let's move to the next question. Try out this one. Try out this one. Once again, I'm going to give you all a minute. Find all the values of P such that 6 lies somewhere between the roots of the equation x squared plus twice P minus 3x plus 9 is equal to 0. X square plus twice P minus 3x plus 9 is equal to 0. Find all such values of P. Sorry, find all the values of P. Okay. Okay, 30 seconds to go. Ten more seconds. Yes, Sahil, you're right. You're right. 9 in 2, 27 in 3, absolutely right. सेम कॉन्टेक्स्ट है बिकॉज 3/2 हो रहा है, वही वाला कॉन्टेक्ट, डायरेक्ट उस वे से नहीं आ रहा, स्क्वायर हो रहा है, स्क्वायर विद इन क्यूब. दैट्स मेनली बिकॉज इट्स टू द पावर ऑफ 3/2. दैट्स एग्जैक्टली व्हाट आई एक्सप्लेन्ड. ठीक है? ओके, लेट्स पिक दिस अप. Let's pick this up. Okay, find all values of P such that 6 lies somewhere between the roots of the equation x squared plus twice of P minus 3x plus 9. Now if I'm looking at this equation, guys, if I'm looking at this equation, मेरे को known चीजें क्या है? The only thing which is known is this number 9. P is unknown, so this value twice of P minus 3 I do not know, but I know this 9. I also know that sum of roots is minus b by a and product of roots is c by a, correct? Product of roots is c by a, sum of roots is minus b by a. So if I look at the product of roots, let's assume that the two roots are alpha and beta, then the product of roots alpha beta is equal to c by a, which is 9. Am I clear till here? We are very, very clear that the product of roots is 9. Yes or no? Is everybody clear about this? That the product of roots has to be 9. Basis the equation given, correct? And we also know that 6 lies somewhere between the roots. The product of roots is 9 and 6 lies somewhere between the roots. So you can just assume, that the roots are 1 and 9. Take anything, because all values of P बोला है यार, एक generalistic जो hold करेगा सब has to hold there, because there is no CBD, there is no cannot be determined. So let me go ahead and assume, ठीक है, let me go ahead and assume, ठीक है, that the roots are 1 and 9. Clear? ठीक है? As simple as that. Let me assume that the roots are 1 and 9. If the roots are 1 and 9, the equation becomes x minus 1 into x minus 9 is equal to 0, which means x squared फिर minus x तो minus 10x plus 9 is equal to 0. Compare this equation with this, the equation given in the question. What you will get is this 9 is same, x squared is same. 2 times p minus 3 is equal to minus 10. 2 times p minus 3 is minus 10. That means p minus 3 is minus 5. P is equal to minus 2. So in this very, very specific case, p is equal to minus 2. Correct? In this very, very specific case, p is equal to minus 2. Look at the options. Which of the options satisfy p is equal to minus 2? Which of the options satisfy p? P greater than 6, nahi. P greater than minus 3/4, nahi. P between 0 and 3/4, nahi. Only answer is A, that is the answer. Clear? Sahil, no need upward parabola and all of that. You don't need to get into all of that. Keep absolute simple basics. Product of roots 9 hai. 6 lies between the roots. Roots are 1 and 9. 1 and 9 substitute kar do. X minus 1 into x minus 9. You will get the value of p and you're done. Clear? Easy, yes or no? Simple, yes or no, guys? Easy way of solving. Once again, it's nothing but algebra. Nothing but algebra. The only thing you're going ahead and doing is you're going ahead and utilizing the limited information given. Uske साथ after that you go ahead and play. मेरा गेम है, मैं कुछ भी कर सकता हूं. Clear? I hope everybody's understood. I'll move to the next question. समझ आया तो CC बोल दे यार. CC means crystal clear. Some of you know me and are seeing me after some time. CC is what I go ahead and do. Sir, if we take 0, you can't take 0, right? Because the product of roots is 9. If one root is 0, तो product 9 हो ही नहीं सकता. Clear? ठीक है? ठीक है? As simple as that. Okay? Sahil, I am talking about tricks, right? So tricks will always be question specific. यार, अब question में मैं और कुछ डालूंगा, मैं तो new trick ले आऊंगा. What I'm trying to tell you is you need to go ahead and keep your eyes open. There could be another question. Imagine there could be another question where where C is not given. Say the product is not given but sum is given. I would use the trick in a similar way. मैं sum के basis पे जाके करूंगा. Clear? So Joydeep is saying, explain once again. Joydeep, I'm explaining. All I'm turning around and stating is the product of roots is 9 because product of roots is C by A. When product of roots is 9 and you know 6 lies somewhere between the roots, then you can take the roots as anything. 1 and 9 le lo. If you take it as 1 and 9, the new equation becomes x minus 1 into x minus 9 is equal to 0. Okay? X minus 1 into x minus 9 is equal to 0. Sahil, yahi to samajhna hai. This is CAT. This is CAT. Agar 8 hota CAT mein question nahi aata. This is not IIT JEE. This is not IIT. CAT, that is why CAT goes ahead and questions you on quant and not mathematics. उस वे में तो आप कोई भी क्वेश्चन उठा लोगे, कैट का किसी भी ईयर का क्वेश्चन उठा लो, आप आके बोलोगे अगर उसने ये दिया होता, पर अगर नहीं दिया ना, द ऑब्जेक्टिव इज दैट CAT gives you quant because the objective is they want to test you on these things. They want to see whether you are able to solve it this way. They are not expecting you to solve it by the conventional way कि भैया रूट्स चेंज होंगे. Imagine मैं ऐसे बना रहा हूं, या पैराबोला है तो मैक्सिमा का होगा, मिनिमा का होगा. They don't want you to do that. In fact, in many of the IM interviews also, they will ask you questions like this, and if you say I will differentiate or I will do this, they will turn around and say, इससे easier way नहीं है. Like my own IM Calcutta interview, I was asked a question, mean is equal to median is equal to mode, give an example. I said normal distribution. They said, yaar, isko kuch nahi aata, you know nothing. And they again went ahead and asked me, isse easier bolo. I said 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5. They said, isse bhi easier bolo. I said number 3. The reply was, why didn't you start with this? Why are you complicating everything? So please keep in mind, CAT, the objective behind this session kya hai? Objective behind this session is to showcase to you that these are the kind of questions that come in CAT. And in CAT, these tricks can be applied. In JEE, you might not be able to apply it. Okay? As simple as that. Okay, coming back. अगर 8 होता, मैं similar way से करना चाहता. अगर 8 है, मैं वही बोलता, product of roots is 8. 6 lies between the product of roots. Then I will take 1 and 8 as the roots. Clear, Sahil? Clear? I will take 1 and 8 as the roots. यहाँ अगर आप बोलो 6 की जगह 8 होता, कि 6 lies somewhere between की जगह 8 lies somewhere between, तो 1 and 9 would still click. ठीक है? So whenever a question like this comes, something or the other you can substitute. Imagine अगर 16 होता है and 6 has to lie, I will take 1 and 16. ठीक है? So don't worry too much. समझो -6 होता, -6 lies between the roots, I will take -1 and -9. ठीक है, as simple as that. I hope everybody is understanding what I'm trying to get to. ठीक है, cool. Let's move to the next question. But more importantly, Sahil, good that you understood, but what I'm trying to get to, most importantly guys, to all of y'all is, it is very easy for us to question, ye nahi hota, if this wasn't there and something else was asked, what to do? Please keep in mind, if something else was asked, it might not have been a CAT question. Okay? I just want you all to understand this part. That is the most important part to understand. CAT के question paper में section का नाम quantitative aptitude है, QA है. It is not mathematics. ठीक है? Let's try out this one. फिर से smart रहना. In this question, once again, try thinking of a technique I've already given you. I've already given you this answer in a previous question. Once again, a CAT question. Take CAT 2018 question. This is an actual question from CAT 2018. Easy trick. If you followed what I've stated till now, algebra mein, what do I do? 40 seconds more. We are 20 seconds down. Oh, Kamal saying you made it easy peasy. Oh, Sahil, I'm not saying question वहीं आएंगे जहाँ trick लगेगी. No. I'm saying most of the question में trick लगेगी. I hope you understood that. खाली वो नहीं आएंगे. But question easy होंगे. So whenever you are solving a question and you feel it's becoming slightly difficult, then look for a trick. कोई trick guaranteed है, नहीं तो ये question आता नहीं. Okay, answers have started coming in. 15 seconds more. 15 seconds more. Lovely, answers are in. Okay, lovely. Many of you all have gotten the correct answer. Very good. And I hope everybody's understood अब algebra में क्या करना है. CAT का ही question उठा के लेके डाल रहा हूँ. They are saying if the roots of the equation, whatever, are 3 consecutive integers, then the smallest possible value. Which are my favorite integers? I told you in algebra, how do we start? 0, 1, -1. Absolutely right, Sahil. You understood. Now you've understood सोचना कैसे algebra पे. Very good, Sahil. Which are my favorite integers? Once again, you always start with 0, go to 1, go to -1, 2, -2. यहाँ पे they've already told us that you need 3 consecutive integers. Why not take these 3? Take -1, 0 and 1. Take these 3 as the consecutive integers. What is the product? Product is 0, so C will become 0. What is the sum? Sum is 0, so A will become 0. What is B? It is the sum when you take 2 of them together, product at a time. That means 2 roots ka product plus 2 roots ka product plus 2 roots ka product. So -1 into 0, which is 0, plus 0 into 1, which is 0, plus -1 into 1, which is -1. So the value of B is -1. That means the new equation becomes what? X cube minus x is 0, which is x into x squared minus 1 is 0. X is equal to 0, 1 and -1. It satisfies what you put in has been satisfied. That means B equals -1 guaranteed एक आंसर हो सकता है. B equal -1 guaranteed possible है. We just proved it. Look at the option. B equal to -1 is the smallest. Question is also smallest. So the answer has to be B. You don't need to look at any other value. Clear? Understood? 0, 1, -1. Understood why I am a fan of this? इतने में नहीं होता, 2 -2 पे जाते. समझो ये सेम क्वेश्चन आता AP पे आ जाता. सेम क्वेश्चन 3 consecutive की जगह 3 which are in AP. Okay, 3 which are in AP. You can again take -1, 0 because they're in AP. 3 which are in AP with common difference 1. Take -2, 0 and 2 and start and do. Clear? CC? समझ आ रहे सबको? Lovely. Let's move to the next one. I am loving the CCs. Okay. Question 6. Try this one out. I really like this question as well. One of my favorites. Try this one. Varun, you're asking exactly the kind of question that somebody else did, which is what if something else comes in. यार वही तो मैं बोल रहा हूँ, यही तो समझाने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ. If you want me to make this a math session, I can make it a math session. यार, I've done math honors, so I can solve all of these questions. I can tell you the method in which I would go ahead and do it if all of these options were there. What I'm trying to explain to you is math की जरूरत नहीं है भाई. CAT है, Quant है. So माइनस इन्फिनिटी इन्फिनिटी नहीं आता ऐसे क्वेश्चन में, वो रेंज वाले क्वेश्चन में आता. Generally, if you look at CAT, minus infinity plus infinity always comes in range questions. Minus infinity to 6 as a range. The reason why it comes in those range questions, because once again you can substitute. Minus infinity to 6 का अगर range है, put x equals 0. If it satisfies इस range में हो सकता है. एक और option होगा 1 to infinity. 1 to infinity में 0 नहीं है, that option is eliminated. So whenever this minus infinity infinity comes in CAT, if you see it closely, you will see it always comes in range questions. Otherwise they don't give it. I hope you understand what I'm trying to get to all of y'all. Okay. Okay. 1 minute done. Again, gotten quite a few answers here. Let's see how I would go about this. Generally, you know, we've done these kind of series in school, right? स्कूल में हम ये करते थे s equals a है तो फिर भैया s minus 1 कर लो, या एक को इस तरफ ले आओ, या फिर सारे टर्म्स को इधर कर दो, या फिर यू नो कॉमन डिफरेंस के बेसिस पे कर दो, मल्टीपल सच थिंग्स. इन कैट फॉरगेट व्हाट यू डिड इन स्कूल इन 11 12 इन APGP. नॉट नीडेड. Substitute. In this sort of series also substitute. What will I do? S has been given, they want 36s. ठीक है. Now if I tell you कि मेरे पास x is equal to a plus b है, find the value of 36x. क्या करोगे? 36 times a plus b, which means 36a plus 36b. Correct? Each term gets multiplied by 36. That's what happens. Similarly, I will do that. Each of these terms gets multiplied by 36. And so on and so forth. Each of the terms को 36 से multiply करो. Now, if the first term is multiplied by 36, what do you get? 3 into 4 is 12, so 3. 2 goes here, 3, and 2. 9 divided by 2, which is 4.5. The first option itself gives you 4.5 plus. You know every answer will be positive, so you know the final answer will be greater than 4.5. Option A and B gone. Clear till here? Final answer has to be greater than 4.5. A and B gone. दो ही option बाकी है. Let's look at the second one. I have 36 into 7. 36 into 7 divided by 3 into 4 into 5 into 2 squared. 3 into 4 is 12. So ये 3 हो गया. This is 21 by 20. 21 by 20, which is 1 point something. 1 point something. So 4.5 plus 1 point something. So the answer is 5 point something. 5.5 से तो ज़्यादा है ही. Answer is guaranteed more than 5.5. ये भी गया. Possible answer D, which is 6. Clear? Easy. This is where options come into the picture. Just multiply each term, you'll get to an answer and you're done. CC? Clear? Shivam, Kamal, everybody? Easy peasy? Lovely. Let's move to the next one, guys. Okay. Once again, CAT 2017 का paper. CAT 2017 question. RH is saying mind blown. So good. If it's blowing in a positive way, I'm more than happy. Okay. X is a real number such that log 5 base 3. Okay. Sir, it is possible to score 90 percentile in QA. Not done much. Please guide. Absolutely, yaar. Jinay, just go ahead and sit and do arithmetic. As simple as that. Yeah. So, and all the tricks I'm talking about, they will work whenever these kind of questions come. My objective is not to just tell you ye wale trick. So it's not that, see, there are 15 questions, I'll probably give you 10, 12 tricks today. Okay? Does not mean that there are only 10, 12 tricks, right? There might be another 50, there might be another 100. My point is, basis these 10-12 tricks, your mind need to start working. जैसे मैंने एक ट्रिक बताया कि 0 1 -1 2 -2, उससे देखो 2-3 क्वेश्चन हो गए अब. It was a different type of question every time, but that trick worked. So that's what I'm trying to help you understand, trying to help you think of. Clear? Okay. Yes, Sahil, that's exactly what I did as well, that the answer will be greater than 4.5. Absolutely right. That's exactly what I did. I multiplied each term by 36, so answer had to be greater than 4.5. So 4 and 4.5 were eliminated, you were left with 5 and 6. Multiply the second term by 36 as well, it will be more than 1. So the answer is more than 5.5, only D left. Lovely, so many of y'all are giving answers, yeah. Fabulous, fabulous. CAT 2017 का question है, ये भी simple way से करेंगे, ये भी simple way से करेंगे. Okay, फिर से देखेंगे. log 5 base 3 is equal to this. From here, basic log के फंडे से, if I say log b base a is equal to x, this means a to the power of x is equal to b, correct? This is what log definition is, basic. That is exactly what I'm going to do. That's exactly what I'm going to do. This means 3 to the power of this whole thing. Let's call this whole thing b, hypothetically. So 3 to the power of b is equal to 5. Am I clear till here? Hey Siddhant, don't feel low. I'll probably have a short motivational chat sometime towards the end of this session. Stay with us towards the end. I'll talk about it. Little bit I need to cover from a quant perspective. Let me finish it and then I'll talk about it. Okay? Don't worry. I'll just give you a slight pep talk. I'm hopeful that that will help you. But just give me a little bit of time because there's a little bit I need to do right now. Okay? So 3 to the power of b is equal to 5 to aa gaya. Clear? Now 3 to the power of 1 is 3. 3 to the power of 2 is 9. So you know that this value of b will be between 1 and 2. This value of b will be between 1 and 2. Yes or no? b has to be between 1 and 2. Clear? अब x की value देखो. Look at the options. We are working with numbers 3, 23 and 30. These are the only numbers you are operating with. 0, 3, 23 and 30. Correct? 0, 3, 23 and 30. x को मैं 0 डालता हूं, you get log 2 base 5 which is nothing. It's not a natural number, can't do anything. x को अगर आप 3 डालो, you get log 5 base 5 which is 1. Which is 1. Answer needs to be more than that. Answer of b needs to be greater than 1. That means x needs to be greater than 3. First and foremost. First and foremost, x needs to be greater than 3. Okay? Second, the next value of x I will put is, look at the options, I will put x equals 23. That's the next value. If I put x equals 23, you get 23 plus 2 which is 25. Log 25 base 5 which is 2. So b has to be less than 2. B has to be less than 2. So x will have to be less than 23. That means x is greater than 3. X is less than 23. Answer option D. Clear? Clear? No trick. I'm going by the basics. Absolute basics of log. Absolute basics of log. इसमें कोई trick था ही नहीं. Divya is asking, sir, can we get at least 4-5 questions based on these tricks? Absolutely. Every year in CAT. Almost every year. Not all of what I'm saying today is trick, right? Many of what I'm saying today is easy. It's just basics. Trick के अलावा basics भी है. ठीक है? Cool? CC? Clear? Come on, if it's clear, say CC. Go ahead, click the like button. I'm sure the session is something which is enjoyable. You're liking it. Go ahead, do that. Let's quickly move ahead to the next one. Let's quickly move ahead to the next question. Okay, this question is homework. This question is homework. Make a note of this. If you want to take a picture, take a picture. Take a picture. Homework kar lena. Take a picture of this. Please do this at home. Okay, I will just give you the answer key. It is exactly the same as what I've been doing till now. Okay, exactly the same as what I've been doing till now. Answer key is, who is CC? No, CC means crystal clear, my friend. Crystal clear. Okay, crystal clear. Okay, okay. Try this out. Try this out. Answer is option C, homework. Very simple. Kuch karna hi nahi. Again substitution. Again substitution. Let's move to the next one. This one. So it's a theta question. I will show you how a theta question can be done very, very simply. Okay? Try this one. John borrowed rupees 2,10,000 from a bank at interest rate of 10% per annum, compounded annually. The loan was repaid in 2 equal installments, the first after 1 year and the second after another year. The first installment was interest of 1 year plus part of the principal amount, while the second installment was interest of the principal amount plus due interest thereon. Then each installment in rupees is. Pranab, absolutely. That's exactly how you will do. Just the trick in the last question only was kaise, which values to plug in. That was the only trick. Okay? Continue. Let's have a look at this. Try this question, guys. 1 minute. Answers are coming in. Answers are coming in. Good, Gaurav. Once again, a CAT 2018 question. You're seeing many from CAT 2018, some method or the other can be applied. कुछ substitution लगेगा, कुछ shortcut लगेगा, something will happen. Okay, RH, Shivam, Kamal, come on, give this a go. Varun, full answer दे दो. I think you missed a few zeros. Again, you are going by formula. मेरे को ना formula चमकता नहीं है. As I said, I like to stay as far away from formulae as possible. I like to go by basics. Okay, so let me pick it up. 1 minute down. Let me pick it up. Let's go by basics. Okay, let's go by basics. John borrowed rupees 2,10,000 from a bank at an interest rate of 10% per annum compounded annually. Loan was repaid in 2 equal installments. The first after 1 year and the second after another year. Okay. Now think of simple stuff. 2,10,000 है, okay, and 10% interest है compounded annually. Now at the end of first year, what will be the interest amount? 10% of 2,10,000, which is 21,000, right? So the total amount will become 2,10,000 plus 21,000, which is 2,31,000. At the end of 1 year, 2,31,000 है, which he owes. अब some person can come out and state, जिसको concept might not be very clear, they'll come out and state, यार इसका half value वो अभी दे देगा, half बाद में, forgetting कि next year also जो value बचा है उस पे भी interest लगेगा. So अगर मेरे को half value इस साल देना था 2,31,000 का half value, it would have been 1,15,500. 1,15,500. This would have been half the value. Yes or no? Obviously, the answer has to be greater than 1,15,500. Are we clear till here? Obviously, the answer has to be greater than 1,15,500. Because if he gives 1,15,500, there is another 1,15,500 left. उसपे भी 10% interest लगेगा, तो next year he can't give 1,15,500. So answer has to be greater than 1,15,500. Now I look for a very good whole number greater than 1,15,500. The first good whole number greater than 1,15,500 is 1,20,000. So I start working with 1,20,000. 1,20,000 गलत भी हो सकता है. Answer might be lower, it might be higher, but at least it will tell me which direction to move in. So if he turns around and gives 1,20,000 as the first installment, how much money is left? 1,11,000 is left. 1,11,000 is left. इस पे again 10% interest, 11,100. When you add it, it is 1,22,100. So you know, first time 1,20,000 था, next में 1,22,100. Slight difference. So the actual first answer had to be slightly more than 1,20,000. The first installment had to be slightly more than 1,20,000 because second 122,100 आ रहा है. Slightly more. Whole number क्या होना चाहिए? Let's take 121. If it's 121 and ये भी 231 है, क्या बचा? 1,10,000. 1,10,000 बचा. इस पे 10% interest, 11,000. Once again, 1,21,000 is what he will pay. So even if you don't remember the formula, even if you forget the formula, go by the absolute basics. That first year में it had to be 1,15,500 से ज़्यादा. Let's look at a whole number. I will start with 1,20,000. You realize second year में तब मेरे को 1,20,000 to 100 देना, equal installment नहीं हुआ. So the answer had to be more than 1,20,000. Substitute 1,21,000 gives you the answer. Answer 1,21,000. Clear? So I know all of you all know your formula, a by 1 plus r plus a by 1 plus r whole square, all of that. You know all of that. Nahi raha yaad. Like I'd never remember those formulae. Hence, I go ahead and use this. Is this clear? Easy peasy lemon squeezy? Basic simple concepts ke basis mein you can go ahead and do it. Yes or no? Cool. Let's move to the next one. Let's quickly move to the next one. Okay. Question 10. Question 10. Okay. Try this one, guys. Try this one. In a regular polygon, the number of diagonals is k times the number of sides. If the interior angle of the polygon is theta, find the value of k. That's the question. Okay? Try it. Thirty seconds, guys. 30 seconds to go. Give it a go. Try it out. Come on. 5 seconds more. Okay. Let's pick it up. Let's pick it up together. Please put your pens down. Have a look at this. This trick works a lot as well. Once again, this is a trick that will work a lot. Let's see what it is. In a regular polygon, the number of diagonals is k times the number of sides. If the interior angle of the polygon is theta, find the value of k. Lovely. Yeah, regular polygon bola hai. Now smallest regular polygon will be equilateral triangle. Smallest regular polygon is equilateral triangle. Yes or no? Smallest regular polygon is equilateral triangle. Yes or no? And in an equilateral triangle, so say I'm taking an equilateral triangle. In an equilateral triangle, how many diagonals are there? There are 0 diagonals, so k is equal to 0. In an equilateral triangle, k is equal to 0. Each interior angle or theta of an equilateral triangle is 60 degrees. It is 60 degrees. So, if I consider theta is 60 degrees, k should be equal to 0. Let's look at the options. Look at option 1. Look at option 1. Put theta equal to 60. You will get 3 theta, which is 180 minus pi. Pi is also 180 radians. 180 minus 180. तो ये भी 0 आ रहा है. Lovely. Look at the second option. 3 theta minus pi. ये भी 0 आ रहा है. Look at the third option. 3 theta minus pi numerator में है. Infinite आ रहा है. Not possible. 3 theta minus pi denominator में है. Infinite. Not possible. 3 theta minus pi again in denominator. Infinite. Not possible. Clear? So the answer is either option A or option B. Am I clear till here? Am I clear till here, guys? I am assuming that the regular polygon is an equilateral triangle because that is the smallest regular polygon I know. Which is the next smallest regular polygon? Four-sided. Next smallest regular polygon? Absolutely right. It will be a square. It will be a square. In a square, there are how many diagonals? In a square, there are how many diagonals? K is equal to 2 because there are 2 diagonals. In a square, what is the value of each angle? In a square, what is the value of each angle? Theta is equal to 90 degrees. Right? So, for a square, the answer should be K is equal to 2. For a square, okay, the number of diagonals is K times the number of side, okay. So, K times the number of side. Now, number of sides in a square is 4. Diagonals is 2. So, the answer should be K is equal to half. By mistake, I wrote 2. It should be half. Clear? It should be half. Right? It should be half. K should be equal to half. Why? K times the number of sides. Number of diagonals is 2. 2 times the number of sides. 4. Okay? So, half. Half is predominantly what I'm looking for. Let's put theta equal to 90 degrees. Let's put theta equal to 90 degrees. You get 270 minus 180, which is 90, divided by 180 minus 90, which is 90, into 2, which is half. So this satisfies. In the second one, 3 theta minus pi, you get 2 into 90 divided by 90, which is 2, which does not satisfy. Answer is option A, because it was supposed to be half. Clear? Clear? Regular polygon tha, मैंने क्या लिया? I started with equilateral triangle, moved to square. Generally, you might even leave an equilateral triangle. You can straight away start with square if you want. Easy? Easy? I hope crystal clear, no tension. Simple enough. समझ आ गया कि करना कैसे है? Right? Looks very complicated, all of that not needed, just substitute. CC? Lovely. Loving the CCs. Loving the CCs. Okay. This one try at home. This one try at home. If we have time, I can come back to it. If we have time, I can come back to him. But try this at home. Try this at home. I'm giving you the answer. Answer is option A. Answer is option A. Try it at home. Simple है. लॉजिक से सब्स्टिट्यूट करना है. कैसे करना है वो सोचना है और कुछ नहीं. ठीक है. If we have time, I'll come back to this. Don't worry. ठीक है. If we have time, I'll come back to this. Let's move to the next one. Yeah, let's do this one. Let's do this one. Let's do this one. A table of n rows and n columns is created such that the value of the cell in the ith row and jth column is given by I plus 1 plus j. Some numbers are selected from the table. It is found that exactly one number has been selected from each row and each column. Then the sum of the selected numbers will be equal to. Try this one, guys. 1 minute. Okay, I'm getting an answer already. We have 30 seconds to go. If ever I find the question is so long, I left it. Oh, acha, interesting. Generally, I would as well. But when I see A, B, C, D and all, मैं थोड़ा खुश हो जाता हूँ कई बार. If substitution works. 10 more seconds, guys. 10 more seconds. Okay. Okay, pens down. Let's have a look at this. Pens down. Let's have a look at this. A table of n rows and n columns is created such that the value of the cell in the ith row and jth column is given by I plus 1 plus j. Some numbers are selected from the table. It is found that exactly one number has been selected from each row and each column. Some of the selected numbers will be equal to. यार सुनने में very complicated, बहुत लंबा. Let's make it simple. They are saying a table of n rows and n column. Let me assume n is equal to 1. If n is equal to 1, then that table is just one cell. The table is just this one cell, right? So table of one row and one column such that the value of the cell in the ith row and jth column. अब जब one row and one column ही है, then I and j also have to be 1. So I equal j also has to be 1 because there is no other value. There is only one row and one column. Such that the value of the cell in the ith row and jth column is I plus 1 plus j, which means 1 plus 1 plus 1, which is 3. It is 3. As simple as that. ठीक है? Some numbers are selected from the table. एक ही number है तो वही number select कर लिया 3. It is found exactly one number has been selected from each row and each column. Yes, one number has been selected from each row and each column. 3. So when n is equal to 1, the answer should be 3. When n is equal to 1, answer should be 3. Substitute value. Here if you put n equals 1, you get 2. Wrong. Here if you put n equals 1, you get 1 into 3 by 2, which is 3 by 2. Wrong. Here if you put n equals 1, you get 3. Possible. Here if you put n equals 1, you get 2. Wrong. Only possible answer C. That's the answer and I'm done. Easy ki nahi? Easy ki nahi? Somebody was saying, ever such a long question comes, I will leave it. Understand why it should not be left, especially when there are so many alphabets involved and variables involved. This is why CAT gives these kinds of questions. The reason behind all of this is they want to check whether presence of mind hai ki nahi. Usse zyada nahi. Easy or not? Simple, yes or no? CC? Clear? समझ आया ना? Lallu. Kamal is going super CC. Okay, lovely. Now, as promised, I want to move towards a very, very specific trick for geometry, right? सबको ये लगता है यार ये सारे मेथड ओके, आई हैव स्पोकन अबाउट अरिथमेटिक, आई हैव स्पोकन अबाउट अलजेब्रा, आई हैव इवन डन नंबर्स, मतलब सब में मैंने वो ट्रिक डाल दी. ज्योमेट्री में हाउ विल दीस ट्रिक्स कम? नाउ one thing I want you to keep in mind is in the cat unofficially you are allowed to cheat. Now don't quote me anywhere. Don't quote me anywhere. हटा देंगे, ठीक है? हम होना भी नहीं चाहिए, यूट्यूब से ये हटा देंगे सेशन, so that nobody goes ahead and finds me out and finds out what I am saying, okay? But you know why? Because in the CAT exam you are allowed to carry a couple of things which are very, very helpful. The first thing which you are allowed to carry is what? Tell me. What are the 2 to 3 things that you are allowed to carry? Admit card allowed hai, right? Admit card allowed hai. ID proof allowed hai, right? So admit card and ID proof के जो edges है उसको हम measure करके जा सकते हैं कि नहीं? This is my admit card. इसको मैं measure करके जा सकता हूँ कि नहीं? Yes or no? Admit card, ID proof, right? You can measure that and you can make very, very simple things. You can go ahead and make this 1, 2, 3 centimeter wide mark kar lo. Watch is not allowed, water bottle is not allowed. I'm letting you all know. Watch, water bottle, pen, none of this is allowed. Watch, water bottle, pen, none of this is allowed. Similarly, if you carry a driver's license, Aadhaar card, whatever, somebody saying what is allowed, you yourself are allowed. Very good. Measure yourself as well. Measure angutha. Okay, measure this pointer finger. Okay. Similarly, you are allowed your ID proof. Measure the length and side of the ID proof. Now, in CAT, figures are generally always drawn to scale, which means when they are drawn to scale, समझो ऐसा मैंने आपको ट्रायंगल दिया और मैंने बोला ये 4 है, तो इतना 4 है, इतना मेजर किया, ये 4 है, दिस मेजरमेंट इज 4. तो उस 4 को अगर मैं नीचे ले आऊंगा वो यहां तक है, इसका मतलब यू नो द बेस इज मोर देन 4. यूटिलाइज दिस फैक्ट, मेजर दिस, उसी को ऐसे टर्न करो और देखो यार ये बड़ा, ये 4 है, ये बड़ा लग रहा है, तो ये आंसर 4 से ज्यादा होगा. This is something that you should always use in CAT, something that I always use in geometry because I am not good at geometry. In fact, if you've seen my mock attempts, you would have seen my geometry zyada karta nahi because I'm not good at it. So geometry I only do when I can go ahead and I can measure. Okay? And I can measure. Angles are not always drawn to scale. So this is not for angle, this is for lengths. Lengths are always drawn to scale. Okay? So let's go ahead and have a look at a few questions and see how we would solve them. Or rather how I would solve them. Okay? Let's look at this question. And we'll do it together. Okay? एक साथ करेंगे. एक साथ. A circle with radius 2 is placed against a right angle. Another smaller circle is also placed as shown in the adjoining figure. What is the radius of the smaller circle? Many of you all might have already done this. Question. CAT 2004 का है, बहुत पुराना है. Everybody knows this. ठीक है? Many of you all would have already gone ahead and done this. I'm quite sure of that. How would I go ahead and solve this question? ठीक है? How would I go ahead and solve this question? I would say, यार आपने मेरे को बोल दिया radius is 2. Okay? Radius is 2. No, you can't carry scale. You are not allowed to carry anything. Problem है, अगर last year somebody was allowed a water bottle, lucky you man, lucky you. ठीक है? Generally not allowed. Radius is 2. That means if this is the center, this is 2. That means अगर मैं ये देखूं, this whole thing is 2. Yes or no? Am I clear till here? Yes or no, guys? This whole thing is 2. As per the scale, this whole thing is 2. इतना is 2. ठीक है? इसको अगर मैं हाफ करूंगा, if I half this, वो यहां कहीं आएगा. मतलब this thing is 1. इतना is 1. What you want is this much. You want radius here. Sorry. You want this much. मतलब you want only this. आपको अभी यहां तक आया है. You want only this. मतलब आपको ये चाहिए। ये जो पार्ट बाकी है जो मैंने अभी हाईलाइट किया है, दिस लुक्स लाइक हाफ ऑफ द रिमेनिंग। ये 1 था, ये जो पार्ट अभी हाईलाइटेड है वो उसका हाफ लग रहा है। सो आंसर सीम्स टू बी अराउंड 1/2 विच इज अराउंड 0.5, इन एंड अराउंड, स्लाइटली लेस स्लाइटली मोर, इन एंड अराउंड 0.5। यही लग रहा है? yes or no? It seems to be in and around 0.5. Correct? Let's look at the options. First option, root 2 is 1.4, so 2 root 2 is 2.8. 2 root 2 is 2.8. 3 minus 2.8, 0.2. इन एंड अराउंड 0.5 नहीं है, इन एंड अराउंड 0.5 नहीं है, बहुत दूर है 0.5 से। नेक्स्ट वन, 2 रूट टू, 2 रूट टू 2.8, 4 माइनस 2.8, 1.2। ये तो गलत, रॉन्ग, एब्सोल्युटली रॉन्ग। नेक्स्ट वाला 7 माइनस 4 रूट टू, 4 रूट टू 1.4 इंटू 4, 5.6, 7 माइनस 5.6, 1.4, रॉन्ग। लास्ट वाला 4 रूट टू अगेन, 4 रूट टू 5.6, 6 माइनस 5.6, 0.4, 0.4, in and around 0.5. This is the answer. This is the answer. Conventional method you can go ahead and do. ये ले लोगे, फिर एक वो बनाओगे r plus r plus 2r करके करोगे. All of that you can do. I don't want to get into it. But if I were to solve this question, this is how I would do it. Clear? Clear? If anything is not allowed, sir, how can we do the rough? Because rough sheets will be given to you in the examination hall, Likita, along with a pencil or a pen generally. CC, clear guys? Understood how to solve? Understood? Let's try another question. Let's try another question. यहाँ पे तो हम बोल रहे भैया figure drawn to scale, no tension. कई बार figure might not be drawn to scale and you might need to redraw. You might need to redraw. Let's have a look at that. Let's have a look at that. Let's look at this question. In the following figure, the diameter is 3 centimeters. AB and MN are two diameters such that MN is perpendicular to AB. In addition, CG is perpendicular to AB such that AE is to EB is 1:2. And DF is perpendicular to MN such that NL is to LM is 1:2. Find the length of DH in centimeters. Length of DH in centimeters चाहिए. Let's look at this figure drawn. वो लोग ने बोला है diameter is 3 centimeters. Okay. So for me, MN, this is 3 centimeters. I have measured MN, this is 3 centimeters. Question is CC and you GG. I am not GG, that is Gautam Gambhir. I am not Gambhir, I am GB. Okay, okay. Getting back to here. So MN is 3. AB is also 3. Keep this in mind. Now this is your scale. For you the scale is इतना 3 है. इतना जो है ये 3 है. सब कुछ मैं इसके अराउंड करूंगा. Because this has been given in the question. ठीक है, okay. AB and MN are two diameters such that MN is perpendicular to AB. Perpendicular लग रहा है. ये 90 डिग्री मुझे लग रहा है. No problem. It looks good. Everything is good till here. In addition, CG to AB is 1:2. CG to AB. In addition, CG is perpendicular to AB such that AE is to EB is 1:2. Look at AE is to EB. Does AE is to EB look like 1:2? AE is to EB. इतना, फिर इतना, इतना. ये 1:2 लग नहीं रहा ना. एक फिंगर, फिर एक फिंगर, एक. ये 1:4 लग रहा है. AE is to EB looks like 1:4. Yes or no? It looks like 1:4. So I will redraw. I will say ये नहीं है. ये नहीं है. So you can redraw. I am utilizing the advantage. I will say ये है. Now I will say this is E and this is H. Now AE is to EB. Yeah, looks like 1:3. Looks like 1:3. Am I clear till here? Am I clear till here? Am I clear till here? If diagrams are not drawn, then this technique will not work. Which is why I said I'm not great at geometry. I am only good as long as this comes. So which is why I'm giving you a hack. ठीक है, यहां तक समझ आ गया? यहां तक समझ आ गया? नेक्स्ट क्या बोल रहा है? DF is perpendicular to MN such that NL is to LM. NL is to LM is 1:2. ये तो 1:2 लग रहा है. 1:2 लग रहा है. 1:2 लग रहा है. No tension. No tension. Now this figure looks like it's drawn to scale. अब मजा आ रहा है. Now they are saying the length of DH. Now you want this length. If I change my color, let's say what color should I use? For a second, let's say I will go ahead and use white. तो मेरे को ये length चाहिए. DH. ठीक है, मेरे को ये DH की length चाहिए. Okay. Now look at one thing. Look at one thing, guys. Look at one thing. What is the value of AE? AB is the diameter, which is 3 centimeters, and AE is to EB is 1:2. So doesn't that mean that AE is equal to 1? Doesn't that mean that AE is equal to 1? Yes or no? Yes or no? And look at AE and DH. Look at AE and DH. यार AE से अगर मैं यहाँ पे एक perpendicular drop करूंगा ना, basically DH is almost equal to AE. It is ever so slightly less than AE. Ever so slightly less than AE. Yes or no? DH is ever so slightly less than AE. बहुत थोड़ा सा कम लग रहा है, थोड़ा सा कम. So the answer needs to be little less than 1. Answer needs to be little less than 1. Let's look at the options. 2 root 2 minus 1. What is 2 root 2? 2.8 minus 1, which is 1.8. This is not less than 1. It is wrong. Option B. 2 root 2 minus 1 by 2. 1.8 by 2, 0.9. This is close to 1. Possible. Option C. 3 root 2 minus 1 by 2. What is 3 root 2? 1.4 into 3. That is 4.2 minus 1. Which is 3.2 divided by 2, 1.6. 1.6 नहीं हो सकता, out. Last वाला 2 root 2 minus 1 by 3. 1.8 by 3, which is 0.6. The answer is ever so slightly less than 1. 0.6 बहुत ज़्यादा है. Only possible answer B, that is the answer. Only possible answer B, that is the answer. Is this clear, guys? Is this clear? I am once again repeating, this trick is for very specific kind of questions. If a image or a diagram is given, then you can apply this. Clear? CC? CC? मजेदार है ना? Fun. It really helps. And more often than not, you'll get the answer. Also a CAT question. Okay? Let's move to the last question for the day. Let's move to the last question for the day. I want you all to try this out once. I want you all to try this out once. Okay, I'll give you a minute for this. Try this out once. I'm loving the CCs. Loving the interaction. Okay. You know, like Navjot Singh Sidhu said, Jao thoko like. Jao thoko. Okay, let's get back. Last question. Come on. Let's end on a very, very good note. Let's try this one. Hey Aman, hi. Try this one. An ant starts from point A and crawls along the surface of the cylinder to reach the point B vertically above A. The path followed by the ant is equal to that of 4 identical spirals as shown in the figure. Find the radius of the circle that circumscribes a square such that the perimeter of the square is equal to the distance traversed by the ant. Bhai sahab. The diameter of the cylinder is 3 by pi units and the height is 16 units. बहुत भारी भड़कम question. There is a lot to it. But okay, 30 more seconds to you all guys. 30 more seconds. What number of students cleared CAT by this platform? So we are a very, very new player in the market. Very, very new in terms of starting off. In fact, our very first paid product for BYJU'S Exam Prep started just this year in January. But, you know, BYJU'S and GradeUp, which were there originally, had a lot of students. So clearing CAT is very relative because for some people it might be 90, for some it might be 95, for some 99. All I would state is, considering the base that we have, since we were very small at that point in time, there were close to 13% of the students who actually scored above 90 percentile. So 13%, that means almost more than 1 out of every 10 students scored above 90 percentile. So depending upon the category, it might be a good score, might not. If you're SC/ST, it might be a brilliant score. If you're general, it might not be a great score. So depends like that. So this is me being as transparent as possible. This year things will change. We've got many more students. We've done a lot of activities and many of you all have joined us. So we are very, very hopeful of our results. Varun is saying finding it lengthy. Let's have a look at it, guys. Let's have a look. How will I solve this? Question kya hai? I have to, the ant is going from A to B. Okay? The ant is going from A to B. Ant is going in a spiral way. Ant is going in a spiral way. What is the shortest distance from A to B, guys? What is the shortest distance from A to B? It is this straight line. This straight line. So the actual distance covered by the ant is surely more than the shortest distance, yes or no? The actual distance covered by the ant is surely more than the shortest distance. That means the distance covered by the ant has to be more than 16. Am I clear till here? Distance covered by ant has to be more than 16. Am I clear till here? Somebody is saying, sir, cheating के लिए पकड़ तो नहीं. यार ये तो ethical cheating है. You're allowed. You're allowed. थोड़ी तुमने कुछ किया. तुमने तो वहां measure किया screen पे. ये तो allowed है. हाथ ले जाना allowed नहीं है क्या? ये भी मना कर दिया है क्या? Just don't say that I told you. This is a method, okay? So just chill, okay? Okay. Let's see where we are. So 16, right? 16, okay? 16, right? Shortest distance is 16. So the distance covered by the ant is more than 16. Assume 16 tha. What are they saying? Distance covered by the ant is equal to the perimeter of a square. That means the perimeter of the square is 16. So that will mean side of the square. That will mean side of the square. Side of the square will be between 4. Side of each square will become 4, yes or no? If the perimeter is 16, the side will become 4, yes or no? So imagine I create a square. Here. Side is 4. Now the question is, find the radius of the circle that circumscribes a square such that the perimeter is 16. So ये circle है. इस circle का radius चाहिए. Look at this diagonal of the square. Won't this diagonal of the square be the diameter of the circle? Won't the diagonal of the square be the diameter of the circle? Yes or no? So what is the value of the diagonal of the square? Side root 2, which is 4 root 2. So 4 root 2 is equal to diameter. 4 root 2 is equal to diameter. So what will be the radius? Radius will be 2 root 2. Radius will be 2 root 2. That means if the ant had covered 16, radius would be 2 root 2. But ant has covered more than 16. So the answer should be more than 2 root 2. Answer should be more than 2 root 2. Root 2 is 1.4, so the answer should be more than 2.8. Please keep that in mind. Answer should be more than 2.8. Greater than 2.8. Look at option 1. It is 2.5. Wrong. Option 2, 5 divided by 1.4. 5 divided by 1.4. Possible. 5 divided by 1.4. That's greater than 3 for sure. So this is possible. Next one. Root 5 by 2. Root 5 is 2 point something. 2 point something divided by 2. 1 point something. Out. Root 5 by 3 will be even less than root 5 by 2. Out. Only possible answer option B and we are done. Only possible answer option B and we are done. Is that clear, guys? Is that clear? Easy ki nahi? Easy ki nahi? It was looking lengthy, but there was a short way out. There was a shortcut there. Is this clear? Is this clear? So my team is telling me likes have not reached 100, hoping that it reaches 100 very ever so soon. Come on, some of you all, if you all have not gone ahead and liked it, do like it. I'm sure you like this method, right? I hope the method is clear. Samajh aa gaya? Cool? CC? Lovely. That brings me to the end of all the questions that I wanted to solve. Few things more which I want you all to keep in mind. Number one, these are the upcoming sessions. ठीक है? ये sessions आ रहे हैं. Please ensure you go ahead and attend that. You will see me again. 7 days to CAT. I meet you again. 7 days. उस टाइम खाली motivation की बात करेंगे. खाली motivation. We will not talk crap. We will not talk math. We will not talk shortcuts. We will only talk motivation. We will talk about how we are studs. And we will go ahead and crack CAT. Some of you were saying you're getting demotivated. Please don't get demotivated. This is the time to turn around and tell yourself, last year CAT में 36 के स्कोर पे 70 परसेंटाइल आया था, 48 के स्कोर पे 80 परसेंटाइल आया था. If I give you 2 hours and I say तुम्हें खाली 12 क्वेश्चन करने हैं, anybody will get 36 here. All of you all will get 70 percentile. If I give you 2 hours and I say only 16 questions you need to attempt and get it all right, 5 in each section, you will get 80 percentile. Don't get demoralized. You will do very, very well in CAT. Just ensure that you write enough number of mocks over the next 15 days. 26th, 27th को ज़्यादा कुछ मत करना. Just chill a little in life. Have confidence in the hard work you have put in. Not having confidence right now is not going to help in any which way. Okay? One last thing I want you to keep in mind is 27th November on the day of CAT. There is a lot of activity we are doing. Catch me for the first impression at 11:30. Even though my slot is the third slot, I'm going to catch up with the faculty. Naveen sir is in slot 1. Nikita is in slot 1. Others are in slot 1. I'm going to take all of that. They are in different parts of India. And I'm going to meet you. I'm going to meet you at 11:30, give you a brief preview into what it is, help you understand how CAT has gone. The other two slot people will have a better understanding of what to expect. I will not talk about cutoffs there. We will talk about cutoffs in the analysis sessions, which happens after this first impression. Okay. Also, we are coming up with a score calculator. We are doing it in 2 phases. Come, give your expected score, expected, correct answers, incorrect answers on the 27th. By the first or the second, when the response sheet comes, you will be able to upload your response sheet and we'll be giving you your expected percentile, which will come basis the number of inputs we get in the score calculator. Ensure score calculator karo. Okay? Ensure score calculator bharna. Don't forget that. Yes, my session on the 20th will be the last session for last lap. However, after that, we are coming up with a very, very interesting series, something that we call a marathon. You will find us on the 21st, 22nd having 6 8-hour sessions with you, back to back sessions, 2 hour quant, 2 hour verbal, 2 hour LRDI. We'll have marathon sessions with you last 2 days, where we go ahead and help you out and help you understand what is coming for you. Okay, so please go ahead, keep that in mind. And for some of you who are looking at 2023, like you all were stating, this is the program, go ahead, enroll now. If you like this methodology, if you liked how we did it, I have recorded a plethora of videos on the app. I hope many of you all have gone ahead and watched it. Have fun. Kamal is saying slot is slot 2. I'll come at 11:30. Yes, catch me at 11:30. I'll just come for 10-15 minutes. I'll give you a brief purview. That's about it from our end, guys. Do follow the YouTube channel. Do like this session. Do subscribe to our channel. Go ahead and catch us again very very soon. So non-CAT exam won't allow us to cheat, right? I don't use this word cheat. मैंने cheating नहीं किया है, ठीक है? Cheating नहीं किया है. This is a hack. Non-CAT maybe hack milega. I've just written NMAT. Even my NMAT, there's nothing new to keep in mind. NMAT is very, very simple this year. All of these hacks that I've just spoken about can work there as well. Hope you liked it, guys. Thanks for the feedback, Ganeshwari. Thanks to you. That was a great session. Thanks, Amrit. Thanks, Priyanshi. Thanks, Pragya. Hope you all enjoyed it. Thanks, Sachin. Thanks, Kamal. Thanks, Shivani. Thanks, Harshad. Hope you enjoyed the session. Do like, and we'll see you again. Do rate us very, very well. Okay. Bye-bye for now. Tada. See ya.